Yeah, I was talking to myself that whole time. Go me. I've been fighting with the computer for about an hour, so. Alright. Turn on your mic. Yup. Uh huh. Uh huh. Here we go. We're doing the thing. We're doing the thing. Alright. Let's make sure sound is good. Okay. Alright. Well, we have all four. Let me see. We have all four. And Kyra's super special booster box. Delivery guy threw my parcel on the roof. I tried to complain, but they told me it's on the house. Boo! I booed it. Boo. Alright. Let's just do one of those. Okay. Time to test and see live if things work. Because tech hates me. Alright, we're gonna just crack into that one. If you're able to figure this whole thing, things that were against terms of service, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Oh. Alright. So then the deck is back here. Hello. So gotta have high speed for this. I don't know about that. But, you know, we'll take it as it goes. Alright. Let's see if we can get an actual card to recognize. Nope. Okay. Full screen. Had to mess with that configuration. I definitely would say things that were against terms of service. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Oh, baby. Here we go. Alright, now let's see. Yes, I know. Now there's a thing up there. Try and find this card. I don't want to see these cards and no buffer. Okay. Alright, let me try some stuff. That's the wrong mouse. That's the correct mouse. Update static background. Save. Maybe closer camera, maybe. But the problem is, closer camera just zooms it into my crotch. So I don't think that's necessarily going to fly. Alright, let's bring up that card previewer. Come on. Come on, you can do it. There's a wrong mouse. Does the other one activate the robots? I have two computers doing dual streaming. Mothman? I mean, I have the Mothman. I have Mothman. One of the decks is Mothman. First Magic stream I made. Hey, congratulations. It's scuffed. Is that what the kids say? Do the kids say that? Manual Manually set bounds. Okay. Come on. That's not that card. They're in the database, clearly, because that pulled up the wrong card. There we go. Alright, now we're doing it. So there's the commander for this new deck. Dr. Madison Lee, who I think we just met in... Well, I'm working in a meeting, so I have to go. I'm sorry, Quinn. Heard the Chaos Confetti story. I have not. Okay. Browser source. Stop service. Start service. View properties. No. Not filters. Properties. Fresh cache. Come on. Well, let's try a different card. Hey! So that's working now. Full screen. This. There we go. The hoops that woman had me jump through for Virgil has not been forgotten. Yup. Okay. It is actually working! Huzzah! I killed the camera again, didn't I? Yep. Sure did. Alright. No, it's all good. No, it's not. It's frozen. Never mind. Yelp. Gremlins and red moon gnomes are hard at work today. Boy, you ain't kidding. Okay. Yep. So reselect webcam. Thought you meant booth cam. No, booth cam I'm never going to have a problem with. He said. Praying. Okay. So let's rerun. Service, card preview. Okay. Okay. Right, I gotta load the things. I'm good at this. I like Tori's Chaos. Well, now, how did I kill the camera that time? Oh, now you work. So it's just this. So, here you go. A bit. Yep. All right. So, that's still working. But this is not working. Yeah. So CR. To the card zone. Okay. Browser source. Card preview. So minimizing it does that. Okay. Gotta load the thing. Okay, so the card preview is working now. So now we just have to properties, refresh cache. Okay. Do this. So now that's working. I send you a picture of the dumb cards that can't be used anymore? Sure. Dr. Madison Lee, okay. So now, no. Okay. I think we're working. So, let's discuss Dr. Madison Lee. That's not the card. That's the card. So whenever you cast an artifact, you get an energy. And then you can use energy to do various things, like drawing cards. Energy doesn't go away as phases progress, which is nice. Liberty Prime, come on, requires 2 energy to attack or block, or you have to sack it. So that's fun. Oh yeah, I remember Chaos Sword. My brother is still playing String Dead. Well, I'm trying. I'm trying. Alright. There's Paladin Danse. He's from 4. Which is funny because the fact they made Liberty Prime a card is fucking sweet. I know! And like Paladin Danse being a card is really interesting, especially because in the games he goes into exile as part of the Brotherhood of Steel quest line. Because, spoilers, he's a synth. And so, because his exile, he has an exile effect. Which is fantastic. The geek shall inherit the earth. When Nerd Rage enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards. Gag remake has been sent. You're dead. Make this the Institute? I don't know. Chaos Confetti. Oh. Like, oh. And you thought that toss was just... You thought that was just an urban legend? That's amazing. You have no maximum hand size, and if you have 10 cards in hand, it gets +10/+10 until end of turn. Which is nutso. Robo Brain. Its power is equal to the number of cards you have in your hand. When it enters the battlefield, you get an amount of energy equal to the number of artifacts you control. When it attacks, you may pay 3 energy if you do draw a card. So that's pretty nice. No. It's clearly not that card. There you go. As a mill player, thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for making rad counters a thing. Yeah, you want the Mutant Menace deck, because it's all about them rads. So, Bottle Cap Blast deals 5 damage to any target. If excess damage was dealt to a permanent this way, create that many tapped treasure tokens, which give you mana back. That's a really fun card. Bottle Cap Mind Go Boom. You're right. Hey, Elder Lions. He's one of my favorite characters in 3. And then they unceremoniously killed him off for 4. Which is sad. Now this next card, I'm going to make sure on something. Yeah, the calculator. So we did get cards from Fallout Tactics. Okay. Are they separated like game? No, it's a happy mix. Because, for example, this guy is from Fallout Tactics. It's all a Brotherhood themed deck. It's science. It's all mad science. Just battlefield, you get 4 energy counters. When it dies, you may pay an amount of energy equal to target non-land permanent's mana value when you do destroy that permanent. So, basically, if it dies, it's taking something with it. Someone used this against you, would you respect it or would you rage? I'd respect it. And then Camp, which is from Fallout 76, which is the thing that lets you basically build a settlement anywhere. Whenever a fortified land is tapped for mana, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. If it shares a color with the mana that land produced, create a junk token. do you watch Game Nights by any chance? I haven't watched much of Game Nights. Oh boy. Come on. Do the thing. Yeah! Bobbleheads! I didn't think we were going to get bobbleheads in the decks. So the bobbleheads work interestingly because all of them have an effect that is based on the number of bobbleheads you have on the field. So, for example, the endurance one, up to X target creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until end of turn, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control as you activate. There are 7 different bobbleheads, and you could technically run 4 of each, but nah. Lockpicking. Expert level safe. Exile the top 2 cards of your library face down. 1 and tap. You and your target opponent each secretly choose 1, 2, or 3. If they match, sacrifice expert level safe and put all cards exiled with it into their owner's hands. Otherwise, exile the top card of your library face down. So basically, if you match, then you get all the stuff in the safe. Otherwise, stuff accrues in the safe. That's fun. Intelligence bobblehead. Its effect is tap and draw X, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. This one makes me want a Skyrim/Elder Scrolls set of Magic cards now. I know, right? Nuka-Cola vending machine. Start making Daggerheart characters. Nice. So 1 and tap, create a food token. Whenever you sacrifice a food, which is 2 and tap, sack it, gain 3 life, you create a tapped treasure token, which then lets you, which basically gives you your mana back. So you slam a Nuka-Cola, you get the cap. No. No. There we go. Crush Contraband. Choose one or both. Exile target artifact or exile target enchantment. Which is exactly what the Brotherhood would do. Basically go, this is not worth keeping. Kablooey. Dispatch, tap target creature. If you control 3 or more artifacts, exile that creature instead. So basically just remove it from the game. It goes away. Which is nice. See my boy Yes Man is a card? Yup. Swords to Plowshares. That's an oldie, but a goodie. Exile target creature. Its controller gains life equal to its power. At the Vaultec Agricultural Research Center, Mr. Handy robots were repurposed for farming and turning intruders into fertilizer. Glimmer of Genius. Scry 2, which means look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Then draw 2 cards. You get 2 energy. That's pretty nice. Here's an old classic. Thirst for Knowledge. It's Quantum. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 unless you discard an artifact. "17 fruit flavors, cola, and a weaponized isotope byproduct that barely passed safety approval." Strontium 90. Oiler Rogue, which is an Institute scientist. Enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature tokens with flying, so 2 Eyebots. Tap 2 untapped artifacts you control. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. That's fun. Loyal Apprentice, which I think is from Fallout 2? I want to say it's from Fallout 2. Oh no, I was wrong. New Vegas. You'd think I would have recognized that door pattern. Lieutenant, at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control your commander, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. Token gains haste until end of turn, so we can attack immediately. Nice. Unexpected Windfall. The Cryolator. And that chick who's really good at punching in New Vegas. No, you're thinking of Veronica. So you cast it and discard a card, draw 2 cards, and create 2 treasure tokens. That's pretty nice. And it's the Cryolator. Where did you pick up the decks, Wayne's? Still haven't got a copy of Mothman for myself yet. Well, sucks to be you. No, not that. That. There we go. Ew. Yeah. Sorry. Arcade Signet. The wedding ring that your character has in Fallout 4. I thought you were in a meeting. Kyra found the special booster at Target. Everflowing Chalice. The Vault 13. Did Target have the decks? They probably will. Or do. Hi, Katie. Just ended. Okay. Everflowing Chalice is fun. Because you can stack up mana. Lightning Greaves, which is the free fall legs from Fallout 4, which let you ignore fall damage if you have both of them. You're safe as long as you land with both feet. Mind Stone. It's a Vault-Tec stress ball. You take a sip from your trusty Vault 13 canteen. I know! They did so good. I know nothing of Magic, but I just really don't want to be alone right now. Well, you're welcome to stick around. Knowing stuff about Magic might not actually help you all that much with this. I'm just looking through pretty cards. Soul Ring. I hadn't seen that variant of Soul Ring. Pleased by Project Cobalt. Not only did they discover new weaponizable isotopes, but a tasty beverage addition to boot. Talisman of Conviction, the Unstoppables comic, which is basically their version of the Avengers. Talisman of Creativity, Awesome Tales, yup. Best that you don't know about anything about Magic if you enjoy being able to afford food. Yeah. No. Talisman of Progress. Massachusetts Medical Journal. These medical magazines only encouraged malpractice. Trying to nap, but I was constantly plagued by dreams or visions. It's hard to tell someone I wanted to forget. Fair enough. The 3 different card games, yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. It does not want to scan Thought Vessel. Come on. You can do it. Well, it's an Institute terminal. Which is nice. Automated assembly line. Securitrons from New Vegas. Woo! Whenever one or more artifact creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you get energy. Pay 3 energy, create a tapped 3/3 colorless robot. Or create a Securitron. Basically. The Securitrons are in here later on. Come on. No. There you go. Are the Mechanist and Antagonizer cards? I know the Mechanist's helmet is in here. Or is around somewhere. Is there Gary? Yes! Are you an independent New Vegas or a Mr. House New Vegas? You know, I've never actually beaten New Vegas. If you can believe it. Metalcraft, tap, you get energy. Whenever you get 1 or more energy during your turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. So gain energy, make things better. That's fun. Over Encumbered. Enchant Opponent. When it enters the battlefield, enchanted opponent creates a clue token, a food token, and a junk token. Beginning combat on enchanted opponent's turn, that player may pay 1 for each artifact they control. If they don't, creatures can't attack this combat. I'm in that card and I don't like it. That's good stuff. The Pridwin from 4. Vehicle. Crew 2 for a 6/6 flyer. Whenever another non-token artifact enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 white human knight creature token where it gets +2/+2 as long as an artifact enters the battlefield under your control this turn. That's sweet. That's sweet. I like that a lot. Sentrybot! It's the Fallout 4 version of Sentrybots. Flash, this spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature attacking you. When it enters the battlefield, you get energy for each creature attacking you. Magic Stream, would you like to hear a goofy Hearthstone card? Sure. Beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 3 energy. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That is nice. Vault 13, Dweller's Journey. For each player, exile up to 1 target enchantment or creature that player controls until it leaves the battlefield. Gain 2 life and scry 2. Return 2 cards exiled with Vault 13 to the battlefield under their owner's control and put the rest on the bottom of their owner's libraries. That's mean. Curie! Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw cards equal to its base power. 1 in a blue, exile another non-token artifact creature you control. Curie becomes a copy of the exiled creature, except it has, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw cards equal to its base power. That's pretty good. So you can have Curie, and then you can have Curie convert into a synth. Hello, Liam Neeson. I'll give Curie the One Ring. There you go. So he has an adventure effect, so you can cast it for blue, and X to investigate X number of times, which gives you so many clue tokens, which is, I think it's 2, tap, sack it, draw a card. And then you can cast him from exile for 2 and a blue. King of Piracy at 5 minutes. 6 health. In fact, both players' decks are swapped. Oh my god. Nick Valentine! If Sean's a card, do we collectively boo him? Am I coming too much like Alina? No, you're not. Sean is a card. He's in here. He's coming. He's coming. Oh Lord, he coming. Nick, or an either artifact you control dies, you may investigate. That's a really good picture of Nick. He looks good. Synth Infiltrator. You may have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it's a synth. That's fun. Rapunzel was her favorite. Belle was her favorite. Hi, Nick Graves. Assaultron Dominator. There's a card that destroys your deck. Amazing. Battlefield, you get 2 energy. Whenever an artifact creature you control attacks, you may pay 1 energy. If you do, put your choice of a +1/+1 counter, first strike counter, or trample counter on that creature. Neat. The Mother Lode. The Excavator, which I'm assuming is from 76. There's a battlefield. Choose target opponent. You gain an amount of energy equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls. Fun. When it attacks, you may pay 4 energy. Destroy target non-basic land defending player controls, and creatures that player controls without flying can't block this turn. That's mean. I like it. Plasma Caster. Choose target creature. Play 2 energy. Choose target creature that's blocking equipped creature. Flip a coin. If you win the flip, exile the chosen creature. So basically, you can crit and just gooify a creature. It actually works. All this stuff actually works in the context of Fallout. This is sweet. And Plasma Spear? No, it's a Plasma Cannon. There we go. Synth Eradicator. Whenever Synth Eradicator attacks, exile the top card of your library. You may get 2 energy or play that card this turn. Pay 3 energy. It deals 3 damage to any target. Not bad. Yeah, the Plasma Casters are basically, think like Plasma Flamethrowers almost. Or Plasma Incinerator, rather. My boy Arcade Ganon. He's from New Vegas. He's precious. Tap, draw a card, discard a card, put a quest counter on Arcade Ganon. Once during each of your turns, you may cast an artifact or human spell from your graveyard with mana value less than or equal to the number of quest counters on Arcade Ganon. That's real good. That's real good. Only canonically gay man. Yup. Electro Siphon. Counter target spell. You gain an amount of energy equal to its mana value. Calculate your chances of success to be, well, I don't want to be morbid. No. There you go. Red Death from Fahaba. Kind of hate how the Institute weapons look. Yeah, I do too. Go target creature an opponent controls. That player draws a card. You add 1 red. Shouldn't this have no attack or defense? I mean, it's got one power. But given what it is in game, yeah, maybe. But there's that Fahaba hospitality. Yep. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? It's Rex. Rex is a good boy. Peanut is also a good boy. Pep, pep. It's fantastic. Pay 2 energy. Choose target creature in a graveyard. Exile with a brain counter on it. Rex has all activated abilities of all cards in exile with brain counters on them. So good. Plus, it makes people mill cards. It's so good. It doesn't help Rex. You're a monster when you're no longer friends. Correct. Sarah Lyons. We just met her. In 3. Haste. As long as an artifact enters the battlefield under your control this turn, creatures you control get +2/+2. Could Curie become Rex? Technically. Battalion. When Sarah Lyons and at least 2 other creatures attack, deals damage equal to the number of artifacts you control to target player. That's so good. That's so good. Prepare to boo. Whenever you attack, you may create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of target attacking legendary creature you control other than Sean, except it's not legendary and it's a synth. When he leaves the battlefield, exile all synth targets you control. Synth tokens you control. Yes, boo this man. Still, though, that's a good card. That's a good card. No. There you go. Vault 112. We're on our way there in game. Oh, Tranquility Lane. Tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. You get 2 energy. Pay any amount of energy. If you paid 1 or more this way, shuffle your library. Exile that many cards from the top. You may play one of those cards without paying its mana cost. Curious, technically the protagonist's granddaughter in a way. Yeah, kinda. Can I build a Rex deck now? Yeah. That Saints Row 4 reference, Tranquility Lane. Yep. Brotherhood Vertibird. Power equal to number of artifacts you control. Crew 2. It's a 3-drop flyer. That's not bad. Hey, it's the T-45D. Enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay energy. If you do, untap equipped creature, then put your choice of a menace, trample, or lifelink counter on it. Ooh. Ooh. That's mean. Is Sturgis a card? I don't think he is. I wish he was. That's a water treatment plant. I want to say it's in 4, but it might be in 76. Given the pine trees. T-45 power armor. Yup. Come on. There you go. Helios 1. Country Boy's one of the few sensible people in 4. Yeah, he's pretty good. 1 tap, you get an energy counter. 3 tap, pay X energy. Sack it. Destroy target non-land permanent with mana value X. So you get 1 shot with the Archimedes laser cannon. With a solar cannon. Turned Helios 1 into a land. Yeah, I know! It's so good! It's so good! Austere command. Choose 2. Destroy all artifacts. Destroy all enchantments. Destroy all creatures with mana value 3 or less. Destroy all creatures with mana value 4 or greater. It's a good counter card. If you've got the mana for it, it's pretty solid. Praise the sun. Damn right. Open the vaults. Brotherhood aircraft for the Brotherhood Vertibird. Tails it crashes. Amazing. Return all artifact and enchantment cards from all graveyards to the battlefield under their owner's control. Auras with nothing to enchant remain in graveyards. So it's specifically from Fallout 76. It's not bad. Haha, Gary. I don't know if Gary's in this deck. I think Gary might be in the next... in one of the other decks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Mechanized Production, which is a fantastic card. Enchant artifact you control. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of it. If you control 8 or more artifacts with the same name as one another, you win the game. So it's an alternate win condition. He may be in the Caesar deck, or in the Kaiser deck. Okay. Well, he's not in the Mothman deck, I can tell you that much, because Gary's in white. One with the machine. I'm glad Dima got a card. Still at work, but I got an hour left before I can get back home. Hope y'all are enjoying the stream. I hope everybody's enjoying the stream, too. Stop laughing whenever I hear the name Gary. Yeah, you don't know yet, Katie. You haven't been to the Gary Vault. I had a blast. I'm glad. Stream I could listen to while driving. Yay! Wake the Past. Return all artifacts from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste until end of turn. Jesus. 5 red, white. That's nutso. Back to the void I go. Bye, Slim. Inside D&D joke one of my players did a while ago. Okay, I got you. Mystic Forge, which is one of your workbenches. Outside for a while to do my daily walk. Now I'm back and ready to see some good cards. There's some good cards here. I'll use that on game night. Nice. You look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast artifact spells and colorless spells from the top of your library. Pay 1 life, exile the top card of your library. So basically, mill it so you can find something else you want to cast. Panharmonicon, which is just a harmonica. Card name, it just works. Yeah. If an artifact or creature entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers twice. Is the Gary from Fallout where your haha Gary notification comes from? Yes! Solemn Simulacrum. Enters the battlefield. You may search your library for a basic land card. Is the Mysterious Stranger a card? I'm not sure. I think he might be. When it enters the battlefield, you may put a land on your field tapped, then shuffle. When it dies, you may draw a card. Pretty nice. Steel Overseer, which is a fantastic card. What color would they be? I feel like red-white. So it could be in this one, or it could be in the Kaiser deck. Gary phone in. Every time the party gets chased for arrest, we all blame Gary. Ah, okay. So you tap it and you put a +1/+1 counter on each artifact creature you control. Which is fantastic when you play a lot of artifacts like I do. But also, targeting parameters have been erased and set to admin user group token name equals faction. Which I think is hacking message from 4. Ironsides and his crew made the cut. I wish. I don't think they did. So many artifacts. It's true. Kyra hates all the artifacts. Clifftop Retreat enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a mountain or plains. Exotic Orchard. About as peaceful and pleasant as a tomb can get. Glacial Fortress, Operation Anchorage. Showed the effectiveness of the winterized T-51B. Boy, it's a classic. Split personality disorder. Spells magic mouth and animate objects. Amazing. Irrigated Farmland, which is the Slog from 4. It's a good looking setup they've got too with the irrigation system. There's actually a game set in Alaska and I missed it. There's a DLC for 3. Operation Anchorage. It's during the Chinese invasion of Anchorage, Alaska. Prairie Stream. Hunting Mirelurks, selling their eggs. It's not selling their eggs. It's not much, but it's honest work for a raider. Skycloud Expanse. This is the Boston Airport. Spire of Industry. Which is, I can't remember the name. Maybe they'll have 4's little Irish brawler. I think Kate is in one of the cards anyway. I can't remember the name of this building. But it's where Strong is cooped up. No. There we go. Sulphur Falls. Shortly after the Vault Dwellers moved out, Fire Geckos moved in. No. No. The other one. There we go. Temple of Enlightenment, which is... It's... I thought it was the Washington Monument originally, but it's... what is that town in 4... it has left me. But I know it's from 4. Come on. No. Beacon Hill. It is Beacon Hill. Thank you. Temple of Epiphany. Which is the FEV lab. Where did I see it? The Treasure Vault of the Sierra Madre. That's the Dead Money DLC right there. Classy. People that tried to figure out the goat test. No, that's a different one. Love that I can hear Peanut snoring. Yeah. The snow globes that you can collect in New Vegas. 2-tap sack it. Put a basic land on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. That's nice. Ash Barrens, which is just... It looks to me more like DC, personally. I'm not sure. Ribbon Sorcerer with the Staff of Magic Smoking this. Secret Glow found at the bottom of the lake. Amazing. Buried Ruin. The old subway system. The Lucky 38. Man. Fallout 3 Mechanist versus Fallout 4 Mechanist versus the Silver Shrouds Mechanist. Man, I really like the one from 3 the best. The one from 4 is actually based on comics drawn about the one from 3. Can't believe we got a Preston Garvey quote. And it wasn't Another Settlement Needs Your Help. Myriad Landscape, which looks to me to be outside of Boston. Shrouds is just a mayor in disguise who apparently makes sense. Technically like metal mobsters and doppelgangers of himself. The Mystic Monastery. The top of the world. From 76. Path of Ancestry. So that's the scene from the beginning of 3 when you're 1 year old. You can even see the Your Special book in there. The last one was the UFO ride from Nuka World. It's close. He was too in love with the fight. It caused him to become a monkistador. Boo, Drew. Boo. Razortide Bridge, which is from 76. In order to join the Order of the Tadpole. I was saying Boo Earns. Rustvale Bridge, which is one of the The word has just left me. Balconies at the Institute. Rustvale Bridge looks like it's in Boston. Harold will show up. I know Harold's in there. Boo's only telling me I'm doing God's work over here. I don't actually know where Terramorphic Expanse is meant to be. Nice island. Looks like it's in 4, but I'm not sure because I don't remember any settlement like that. I love these my Junkertown idea to be Asian. I like it. I like these isometric ones because they look like they're from Fallouts 1 and 2. I'm only showing off one of each of the lands. That's Nuka World. The high up. It's where you get set up as the overboss. This is Boba Fett, the sniper stormtrooper. Nice. Can't tell where that is. I feel like I should be able to. That looks like one of the settlements from 4. Can't place it though. And then there's this isometric one. Looks like just outside of Sanctuary. Could be. I don't know if it'll show. Build for an artifice for my Pokemon campaign? No. So, your energy reserve card is a fusion core. And then treasure is Nuka-Cola caps. Prefer your Robo-Brains with a single robotic eye or no eyes at all. I kind of like the single eye. Got a Gatling laser. In fact, that looks like one of the Gatling lasers from 3 in New Vegas. Should have the backpack on the back, if I'm not mistaken. The food token with the quantum. That's class. Copy token. Former Steel Defender who failed to protect his creator. Brought back by a Rotom that now lives in their heart. Nice. Thopter. Treasure token on the back of that one. We got a junk token here. Love the smoky condensation effect of the food card. Yeah, it's real nice. What are we flying out? Oh, Lucas, that's mean. Clue token. This looks like a terminal in Demas Simulation. Have an MTG stream with you playing these MTG decks versus people. That would be pretty sweet. Thopter was their name. Thought it was an Ibot. Thopter is a creature type in Magic, which is why. There's your Securitrons. Alright, that's deck 1 down. We're going to play MTG stream. We should. Little sister, my damn hate, I doubt her, and I don't care. Amazing. How many decks are there? 4. There's that. There's the nice life counter. Alright, 1 down. Well, I'll show off the nice box. Alright. So, which one shall we open next? I feel like Quinn wants to see Mothman. So I think we'll make Mothman happen. Apparently this one is the big money deck. The one that people are really enamored with. Oh, man. What about New Vegas? We'll do the New Vegas one next, I think. Okay. Temporarily waiting for food to finish. Okay, we're going to open the Mothman deck. Mothman. Two, 3, New Vegas, and 4. Yep. Did we get... Did I miss that? Well, I got 11 minutes. Fair enough. There it is. Mothmalition. Shit, wrong game. didn't get some. 50 more iron ores, I guess. I'm sorry, honey. The Mothman. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, each player gets a rad counter. Whenever one or more non-land cards are milled, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to X target creatures, where X is the number of non-land cards milled this way. So milling is you just straight up discard off the top of your deck. And rad counters, each turn, when you, if you have any rad counters, you you mill that many cards, you lose that much life, and you remove a rad counter. I messaged Quinn. It's like Mothman deck now. Been a Sasquatch in Fallout. There's been a Sheep Squatch. That was a robot, I think. Quinn's like, I'm coming. I'm coming. We'll wait for Quinn to come back because this is Quinn's deck. I'm here. Okay. So we have the Wise Mothman. So wise. So Mothman. The Master Transcendent. Imagine I just showed up at your window. Yeah, that's about right. Yep. When the Master Transcendent enters the battlefield, target player gets 2 rad counters. Put target creature in a graveyard that was milled this turn onto the battlefield under your control. It's a green mutant with base power and toughness 3/3. So that's fun. When Vexing Radgull does combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 rad counters if they don't have any rad counters. Otherwise, proliferate. That is phenomenal. That's so good. The rad counters are going to be, you know, Mothman. Hey, Kirby Chew, how's it going? Blue Fly Swarm. Enters the battlefield with 5 +1/+1 counters on it. Damage will be dealt to... Okay, rad counters. At the start of your turn, however many rad counters you have, you mill that many cards, you lose that much life, and then you remove a rad counter. They're nasty. Damage will be dealt to Bloatfly Swarm while it has a +1/+1 counter on it. Prevent that damage. Remove that many +1/+1 counters from it. Then give each player a rad counter for each counter removed this way. That is mean. High Peanut. Just get the master deck, or did you get the others as well? I got all 4. We already went through the science deck. Infesting Radroach. Can't block. When it deals combat damage to a player, they get that many rad counters. When an opponent mills a non-land card, if Infesting Radroach is in your graveyard, you may return it to your hand. Each creature you control with a counter on it has ward 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature that entered the battlefield this turn. It's pretty nice. Glowing one. Death Touch. 2/2. When it deals combat damage to a player, they get 4 rad counters. Whenever a player mills a non-land card, you gain 1 life. So, this deck not only gives a bunch of rads, but it makes rads work for you. So, like, you can gain life off of them. Lumbering Mega Sloth. 10 green for an 8/8. I don't like the religious guys based off radiation in New Vegas. They're not in New Vegas. They're in 3. The Children of Adam. Ability Irradiate X for simplicity. Fair enough. The spell costs 1 last to cast for each counter among players and permanents. Trample enters the battlefield tapped. Mega Sloth. That's from 76. There are those religious ghouls. Oh, yeah, them! Well, 3 in Far Harbor. They're in 4 as well. Which makes Slaking an MTG card. Yup. With a Mega Sloth. Contaminated Drink. X blue-black. Draw X cards, then you gain half X rad counters rounded up. Base game 4? Yeah, they're hanging out in the glowing sea all over the place. Nightkin Ambusher. Ward 2. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, enters the battlefield, target player gets 4 rad counters. Can't be blocked as long as defending player has a rad counter. That is mean. Want deck. Yeah, I know. It's real good. It's real good. This is the money deck, Quinn. Like, this is the deck that everybody's, like, big money. Nope. Raul Tejada. Voiced by Danny Trejo. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a spell from among cards in your graveyard that were milled this turn. Tap. Each player mills a card. I like Troubleshooter because he's an old cowboy, but also he fixes stuff. Wait, Machete played him? Yep. Danny Trejo. Young Deathclaws. Playing with a bone. 2 black-green for a 4/2 with Menace. Each creature card in your graveyard has Scavenge. The Scavenge cost is equal to its mana cost. Exile a creature from your graveyard and pay its mana cost. Put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to that card's power on target creature. Raul is a good character. Damn good one. No. Yes. Strength bobblehead. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. I think there's only 1 bobblehead in this deck. No. No. Yes. Cultivate. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal them, put 1 on the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand, then shuffle. It's not bad. Assignment that's due tonight at midnight. Yeah. No, come on. Farseek. There we go. Search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain card. Put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. This is the guy who founded Jacobstown in New Vegas. The old ski resort. Is the stream setup working for people? Like, does this setup work well? Or does it need to be different? I'm not sure. Harmonize. Yes. Still waiting on tunnelers. Yeah. I like it. Okay. I wasn't sure. More crotch cam. Boo. Boo. Harmonize is an old standby. I understand the parts of the job. All the undergrad anxiety's coming back. I'm sorry, Diamond. Hey, Quinn, it's another Mothman card. Draw a card for each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Those creatures gain indestructible until end of turn. That's good. That's real good. Micah Soulmate. Can't do all the work. I love him. Oh, hey, there's the tunnel. No, that's not the tunnelers. That's the plant ones from Fall 22. But Rampant Growth. A classic. Corpsejack Menace. One or more +1/+1 counters will be put on a creature you control. Twice that many are put on it instead. Well, 22's experiments were supposed to yield plentiful plant food for the survivors. Ironically, the survivors were plentiful food for the plants. Crotch camp. Boo. Opinions on Wendigos and Fallout? They're pretty neat. Come on. There you go. Putrefy's an old classic. Joshua Graham. I'm not sure if Joshua Graham is in one of them. He'll be in the Hail Caesar deck if he's in one. Winding Constrictors. Binding Constrictor. One or more counters will be put on an artifact or creature you control. That many +1 of each of those kinds of counters are put on that permanent instead. If you would get one or more counters, you get that many +1 instead. Arcane Signet, which we've already seen. Contagion Clasp, which is mean. Come on. You can do it. There you go. Enters the battlefield, put a -1/-1 on target creature. 4 and tap, proliferate. So basically, if it's got a counter on it, you can give it another one of those counters. Come on. We've already seen Soul Ring, but... No. Come on. There we go. No. Talisman of Curiosity, which is the Wasteland Survival Guide. Best Buy said they will bring me Mothman by Monday. Bring me the Mothman. Well, there you go. Talisman of Dominance. It's the Grognak comics. Who's your favorite barbarian? That's right, it's Grognak. The cool articles on loincloths and axes. It's got some great tips on weapon care. Imagine that statement out of context. That's good. Hi, what are you doing? You're being a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Best Buy has captured the Mothman for Quinn. On a board game tonight that escalated quickly by exploding kittens. Nice. No, come on. Come on. Do the thing. This boy Peanut has arrived. Yeah, he's been here. He's been sitting right here. We've already seen Ash Barrens. Come on. There we go. Command tower. Stepping away from for a bit in case I'm not back for the end. Have a good night, Ben. Later, Drew. I keep showing over encumbered and I keep feeling like it's calling me out. Come on. There we go. I have entirely too much junk. Oh yeah, somebody was going on about the Bright Brotherhood. No. How do you get a red card out of that? Come on. You can do it. There are Fallout 4 references in this set? Yup. Plenty. Come on. Meh. Come on. Huh? Not even the camera wants to acknowledge the Bright Brotherhood. I love those guys. They're great. You've Piper. I think Piper's in this set. Well, that one's not wanting to scan. It is good, though. Let's see if Mirelurk Queen... There's Piper. Mirelurk Queen. Yeah, Piper's the next one up. Tighten the area on the blue square. Whoever enters the battlefield, target player gets 2 rad counters. Wherever one or more non-land cards are milled, draw a card, then put a +1/+1 counter on Mirelurk Queen. Come on. Wow. No, it just hates me. There's Piper. Whenever Piper deals combat damage to a player, investigate that many times. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. The card, then put the tape around the card, but not covering it, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I can like physically alter this the highlighted space, but need to. It's going to take some tuning. Radstorm. Storm. When you cast a spell, copy it for each spell cast before it this turn, and proliferate. Good art of her, too. It is really good art. Morning of summoned Vertibird and got grabbed by a Deathclaw. Amazing. Did the kill grab move. Come on. I'm trying to get it to... It does not want to scan that card. Struggle for Project Purity. Getting dragged in the air while still going through the animation. Amazing. When here's the battlefield, choose Brotherhood or Enclave. Brotherhood, at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent draws a card. You draw a card for each draw in this way. Enclave, whenever a player attacks you with one or more creatures... Can you manually put up what card is shown? I can, but not easily with this setup. You get one or more creatures. That player gets twice that many rad counters. So that's pretty good. Glowing Magician could be a card. Yeah, he totally could, couldn't he? Feral Ghoul. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Feral Ghoul. When it dies, each opponent gets a number of rad counters equal to its power. No. It's your boy Hancock. Each other creature you control that's a zombie or mutant gets +X/+X, where X is the number of counters on Hancock. Undying, when this creature dies, if it has no +1/+1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. Hancock is cool, yup. Hi, Nyrax. Nuclear Fallout. Each creature gets twice -X/-X until end of turn. Each player gets X rad counters. So for black, and X. It's pretty good. Screeching Scorchbeast. That's from 76. When it attacks, each player gets 2 rad counters. Whenever one or more non-land cards are milled, you may create that many 2/2 black zombie mutant creature tokens. Do this only once each turn. So basically, for you start building 2/2 zombies. Or you build more feral ghouls. The Necropolis, which is from 1, I think. I think it's from Fallout 1. One of the cards is Nuclear Winter. It actually is. Each player gets 3 rad counters. Create X 2/2 black zombie mutant creature tokens, where X is the total number of rad counters among players. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control that's a zombie or mutant. That's pretty solid. Come on. Harold and Bob! 2 and a green for a 3/3 with Vigilance and Reach. Already that's value. When it dies, if it was a creature, return it to the battlefield. It's an aura enchantment creature with Enchant Forest you control. And Enchanted Forest has tap, add 3 mana of any one color. You get 2 rad counters. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good. No. Come on. No. This one's really good. There we go. Lily Bowen, Raging Grandma. Lily enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters. At the beginning of your upkeep, double the number of +1/+1 counters on Lily, if its power is 16 or less. Otherwise, remove all but one, then you gain 1 life for each counter removed this way. That's real good. That's a real good. That's. Damn. Damn. No. Come on. No. There we... No, come on. There we go. Power Fist. Equipped creature has trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, put that many +1/+1 counters on it. Mean. Mean. Rampaging Yao Guai. X and 3 greens for a 2/2. I mean, it's a bear. It's a 2/2 with vigilance and trample. Enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. When it enters the battlefield, destroy any number of target artifacts and/or enchantments with total value X or less. So that's just silly. That's silly. No. No, we were there. There we go. Strong, Brutish Thespian. Or 2. So basically counter any spell that targets him unless you pay 2. Enrage. Whenever he's dealt damage, you get 3 rad counters and put 3 +1/+1 counters on Strong. You gain life rather than lose life from radiation. So he instead goes, instead of milling cards and losing life, you gain life off of rads. He's a tough guy. 4 green for a 7/7. That's value. There is much value in Strong. Much value. Is there a milk card? There is not. Also, Strong learned Secret to Human Power from Macbeth. Come on. Potato Farmer. Zombie Mutant Peasant. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may gain 2 rad counters. Tap. Put target land card in a graveyard that was milled this turn onto the battlefield under your control tapped. So you can land ramp. Try one. They're disgusting. Watchful Radstag. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power or toughness than this creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever it evolves, create a token that's a copy of it. So you end up with like a flock of Radstags. Agent Frank Horrigan. 5 black green for an 8/6 with trample. Has indestructible as long as it attacked this turn. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, proliferate twice. So you can give people more rad counters or what have you. For the name Strong, his character was weak. Yeah, the Rad Stag is pretty nuts, but Frank fucking Horrigan. No. There we go. The Alpha Deathclaw. 4 black green for 6/6 with menace and trample value. When it enters the battlefield, it becomes monstrous, destroy target permanent. So you can 5 black green, basically make it a 10/10, and destroy target permanent. That's sweet. Is that the one from Concord? I think it might be. Atomize. Destroy target non-land permanent. Proliferate. Plasma rifles, separating soft tissues from hard ones since 2077. Gooey! No. Marcus was the one who founded Jacobstown. 3 green blue for a 4/4 vigilance trample. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card if it has a +1/+1 counter on it. If it doesn't, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's real good. It's real good. Mutational advantage. Oh, my pipe! Permanents you control with counters on them gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to those permanents this turn. Proliferate. The art in these cards so far has been superb. Magic always gets the art right. Every time. The art is fantastic. Vault 87. We haven't gotten there yet, but we will. Gain controls target non-mutant creature for as long as you control Vault 87. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It becomes a mutant in addition to its other types. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among mutants you control. So that's fun. Come on. Come on. No. There we go. No. Come on. No. There we go. Nuke launcher. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and has Intimidate. Nice. Whenever equipped creature attacks until the end of defending player's next turn, that player gets 2 rad counters whenever they cast a spell. Dirty. That's mean as hell. How is that not a thing in 4? Amazing. It's real good. come on. There we go. Recon Craft Theta. It's mean, but you love this, don't you, Ben? I really do. It's really sweet. Recon Craft Theta is one of the alien spaceships you run across in... you run across it in Fallout 3. When it enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 blue alien creature token, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever it Recon Craft Theta attacks, proliferate. That is mean shit. No. Mariposa Military Base. You may have it enter the battlefield tapped. If you do, you get 2 rad counters. Tap, add colorless. 5 and tap, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each rad counter you have. So having more rads means that you can draw a card more cheaply. You have people you can do a Fallout EDH game with these Precon Commander decks. I don't have enough people. I mean, I could get Kyra and Quinn. That gets me... that's 3. I don't know how easily I could stream it, though. No. Overflowing Basin. There we go. EDH Elder Dragon Highlander. Can you get Micah? I don't know if I can get Micah, and I don't know if Micah knows how to play. It means you have to have a... It's the short term for Commander. It's Highlander, which means there can be only 1 of each card. And Elder Dragon means that you have to have a Commander. Micah doesn't like streaming. This also is true. Come on. No. That is not the card. But Vi, I found your Sasquatch. Yeah, it doesn't want to scan this one. Fraying Sanity, which is based off of the deck, or the hold on. Puppet Man, there we go. Vault 77, yeah. Which was also, this comic was done by Penny Arcade. Basically, it's one dude in this vault and a crate full of puppets. Dude goes nuts. But yeah, like, enchant player at the beginning of each end step, enchanted player mills X cards, where X is the number of cards put into their graveyard from anywhere this turn. So basically, you can double mill them. The king has been murdered. It's regicide. Vault Boy, what did you do? What did we do? Is there a Vault 33? Yeah, it's just for the TV series. He goes nuts and believes the puppet's telling him to kill people. Yup. Inexorable Tide. Here you cast the spell Proliferate. It's real good. They specifically choose him? No, they just wanted to see what would happen. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters we put on a creature you control, twice that many are put on that creature instead. Here you have the original centaur. Human, a dog, and a cat thrown into a vat of FEV together. Gross. Guardian Project. There's good old Frank. A lot of the Vault creators were real fucked. Yep. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature you control, or a creature card in your graveyard, draw a card. Fun. Hardened Scales. If one or more were put on a creature you control, that many plus one are put on instead. It's cheap too. No. No. There we go. Tireless Tracker. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, investigate. Guardian Project. Or flashbacks. Yup. That may as well say anytime you play a creature, draw a card. For this, yes. Biomass Mutation. Creatures you control have base power and toughness XX until end of turn. Where it's X, blue or green, blue or green. That's real good. Vault 87's Evolutionary Experimentation Program exposed subjects to an airborne version of FEV. Rapid physical enhancements accompanied sharp mental regression, and the oldest mutants would become almost feral. Casualties of War. Choose one or more. Destroy target artifact, destroy target creature, destroy target enchantment, destroy target land, destroy target planeswalker. War. War never changes. That's such a good looking card. I bet you this one won't scan. Yeah. Find, which is return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, and Finality. You may put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, then all creatures get -4/-4 until end of turn. And it's 2 geckos from... Oh, hey, it did scan. What do you know? War never changes unless you're Metal Gear Solid. War has changed. Darkwater Catacombs. Mirelurk seems significantly happier here than the commuters were. Drowned Catacomb. Mistakes the rats run these tunnels. We just live here. Exotic Orchard. Surprised stim packs haven't appeared yet. Yeah, me too. No. No. Sometimes they don't scan. It's Fetid Pools. Tap, add blue or black. Enters the battlefield tapped. Cycling 2. So 2, discard this card, draw a card. Ask any of the old timers and they'll all agree. Something ancient and terrifying haunts the sea. So sea monsters. Goody. Hinterland Harbor. Radioactive fog was the least of the inhabitants' worries. It's Far Harbor. Come on. No. That's definitely not this card. There we go. Nesting Grounds. So tap for colorless or 1 and tap. Move a counter from a target permanent you control onto another target permanent. Huh. That's interesting. Sunken Hollow, which is the FMS Northern Star from 4. Temple of Deceit. Vault-Tec's vaults, rather than being the savior of humanity, were actually a series of unethical psychological experiments. Yup. Non-binary silicone dice. Oh, that's cool. The world ended, yet the ads kept rolling. Come on. Come on. Except for Vault 76, right? Yeah, oddly enough. There we go. Temple of Mystery. Fear the glow, not the dark. Woodland Cemetery. Which looks like it's out of 4. More dead here than the gravestones suggest. Mortuary Mire. Battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, you may put target creature from your graveyard on the top of your library. Tap, add black. No. No. There we go. Opulent Palace. It's another Mothman card! Gather now, faithful followers, and of the most wise and beneficent Mothman, let us light his holy beacon with the radiance of the fireflies. Path of Ancestry, which we've seen. Did you toot? Doesn't like the blue-black ones. Tainted Isle, which is Spectacle Isle from Fallout 4. Come on. Tainted Wood, there we go. Tainted Isle is the same thing except with blue instead of green. Wasteland Survival Tip. Deathclaws can't swim. Come on. Scan. Temple of the False God. There we go. That's where the Master's set up. And then Terramorphic Expanse, which we've seen. There's the isometric one with a Scorch Beast. Nice. Change with Gator Claw. God, why? And the islands, which we've seen before. zombie mutant. And it actually comes with 4. Come on. There we go. There's the rules for radiation. For each non-land card you lose this way. Oh, okay. For each non-land card milled this way, you lose 1 life and a rad counter. So, if you mill a land... There's my alien blaster. It might be in the equipment deck, which is red, white, green. Mothman. Okay. Well, there's 2 decks down. Oh, what are you doing? Stimpaks might be in the dog meat deck. Yep. That is so freaking good. How do you like the rad system? I like it. It's mean, but I like it. Okay, I'm gonna put you. I had to put you. Pep, pep. Alright. People wanted Hail Kaiser next, I think. So... I think they did a good job mimicking the game version of Rads here. Yeah, I think they did. Specifically the Fallout 4 version, I think. I think Kate is in this deck. I think so too. Hi. Are you sneezing? Okay. Is that a good thing? Because it sounds like 4 isn't that good for you. So in 4, radiation lowers your overall max health. All right. Awe. True to Kaiser. Whenever you attack, you may sacrifice another creature. Whenever you do, choose 2. Create 2 1/1 red and white soldier creature tokens with haste that are tapped and attacking. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. Kaiser, Legion's Emperor, deals damage equal to the number of creature tokens you control to target opponent. Come on. No. There we go. Whenever you roll a 4 or higher, create a 3/3 colorless robot artifact creature token. If you rolled 6 or higher, instead create that token in a treasure token. 4 and tap, roll a 6-sided die plus an additional one for each mana from treasures spent to activate this ability. So you could get up to 5. That's fun. Ha-ha! Gary! There's our boy. All of him. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you may pay 2 any number of times. Create that many tokens that are copies of it. Whenever it attacks, each creature you control named Gary Clone gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Ha-ha! Gary! No. Tunnel Snakes rule. Butch DeLorean. 2/2 with Menace. Whenever he attacks, he gets a +1/+1 for until end of turn for each other rogue and or snake you control. 1 in a black, put a menace counter on another target creature. It becomes a rogue in addition to its other types. No. No, you had it. You had it just there. You should go to bed soon. You should, honey. There we go. Ruthless Rad Rat. Squad, exile 4 cards from your graveyard. It's a 2/2 with Menace. They'll make you miss the mole rats. Craig Boone. 1 red and white for a 3/3 with reach and lifelink. That's real good. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, put 2 quest counters on Craig Boone. Whenever you do, Craig Boone deals damage equal to the number of quest counters on it to up to 1 to target creature, unless that creature's controller has Craig Boone deal that much damage to them. That is mean. It's real good. Didn't know his name was Craig. Yup. Legate Linnaeus. Kaisar's Ace. Decimate. When Legate Linnaeus enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices 1/10 of the creatures they control, rounded up. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on the Legate. Oh no! No! He's attacking my face! Oh no! Literal decimation, yep. When White Glove Gourmand enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. At the beginning of your end step, if another human died under your control this turn, create a food token. They're cannibals. It's time we move beyond beef. No. Come on. There we go. The Charisma bobblehead. which lets you create X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. But now here's the big one. The Luck bobblehead. 1 and tap. Roll X 6-sided dice, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. Create a tapped treasure token for each even result. If you rolled 6 exactly 7 times, you win the game. The odds of which are hold on. So 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. So 3.5. So 1 out of every 3.5 million if you can get all the bobbleheads out. This isn't taking into account actually getting all 7 bobbleheads on the field. Yup. Survivor's Med Kit. And keeping them. Yup. Choose one that hasn't been chosen. Stim Pack, draw a card. Fancy Lad Snack Cakes, create a food token. Or Radaway, target player loses all rad counters, sacrifice Survivor's Med Kit. No. 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 I saw it. Come on. There we go. Impassioned Orator, which is Confessor Cromwell from Megaton, which is also just a really good card. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. It's real good. Intangible Virtue. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. That's pretty good. No. Yeah, there we go. Bastion of Remembrance, which is those two, which is that statue in the Mojave. Enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier token. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That's real good. No. Original printing, Ikoria. Yeah, that sounds about right. Come on. Scan. There we go. Deadly Dispute. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw 2 cards, and create a treasure token. You gonna break up that bar brawl yet? People are gonna get hurt unless you step in. So I think that's out of 2. If I had to guess. Morbid Opportunist. When one or more other creatures die, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Yeah. Crime part is where I make sure it doesn't have an owner. Pitiless Plunder. Whenever another creature you control dies, create a treasure token. That's pretty good. General's Enforcer. The NCR Veteran Ranger Armor. Oh, beauty. Legendary humans you control have indestructible. 2 white, black. Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, create a human soldier creature token. Dang. No. No. Okay, that's not helping. There we go. Heroic Reinforcements. Create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Until end of turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 and have haste. Very nice. Oh, I did scan. Nice. Wear and Tear. What? No. Destroy target artifact or destroy target enchantment or fuse them both. Fuse and cast both. Arcane Signet, which we've seen. Skull Clamp. The Mechanist's Helmet. Crypt creature gets +1/-1. When a crypt creature dies, draw 2 cards. So basically, for 1, and then sack up a 1/1 creature, draw 2 cards. No. Soul Ring. There we go. Talisman of Conviction. Talisman of Hierarchy, which is the business magazine. Ghouls of the FMS Northern Star seemed interested in moving up in the world of business. Talisman of Indulgence. After decades of squalor, Wastelanders would kill for a new hairdo. Amazing. Ash Barrens. Command Tower. Evolving Wilds. Whoa. That went real fuzzy. Memorial to Glory, you had it. The Memorial of the Battle of Hoover Dam lured the best of Caesar's Legion into Boulder City and blew the town up. Yup. Hair magazines really weren't worth the effort to get. Yup. Aradesh, who is the founder of the NCR. Creature you control attacks. If it enlisted a creature this combat, the creature that attacked gained double strike until the end of turn. If its creature's power is 4 or greater, draw a card. So basically, he can call in reinforcements. Haha, Gary, you missed that card, Slim. We already saw Gary. No. 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 There we go. That'll work. Battle of Hoover Dam. As it enters the battlefield, choose NCR or Legion. It's okay, I see it when I buy the deck it's in. That's, it's in this one, which is Hail Caesar. NCR. At the beginning of your end step, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your battlefield, from the graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Legion. When a creature you control dies, put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Okay. Overseer of Vault 76. That's a good touch. That's a character we never actually see. Whenever Overseer of Vault 76 or another creature with power 3 or less enters the battlefield, put a quest counter on Overseer. If you remove 3 quest counters from permanents you control at the beginning of combat, you can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature and they gain vigilance until end of turn. Very nice. Have you opened the Science deck yet? That was the first one I did. Securitron Squadron. Nice. Whenever a creature token enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. That's nice. That's real nice, actually. Sierra Petrovita. Nuka's biggest fan. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, put a quest counter on Sierra and create a food token. Whenever you sacrifice a food, target creature you control gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of quest counters on Sierra. Nice. Vault 75, middle school. Number 1, exile all creatures with power 4 or greater. 2 and 3, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That's pretty good. Gives you some removal, too. Come on. No. Yes, man! There he was. Come on. We were close. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yes, man. Tap. Target opponent gains control of Yes Man. When they do, you draw 2 cards. Card readers being a bit finicky, yeah. You draw 2 cards and put a quest counter on Yes Man. Activate only during your turn. When Yes Man leaves the battlefield, its owner creates a tapped 1/1 white soldier creature token for each quest counter on it. Vats, which is pretty fantastic. 2 black. Choose any number of target creatures with equal toughness. Destroy them. Wasteland Raider. Squad 2. When it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature. And you can squad with it, so you can make it happen more than once. Here's that split-second ability. Yup. Because it basically means nobody can do anything else to stop it. Here's a card people were looking for. The Mysterious Stranger. with Flash. When it enters the battlefield, for each graveyard with an instant or sorcery card in it, exile target instant or sorcery card from that graveyard. 2 or more cards are exiled this way. Choose one of them at random and copy it. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. So you can basically go, I want a spell that's already been played. Boom. Mysterious Stranger. Powder Ganger. Enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target artifact. And it's a squad one, so... Rosy Cutthroat Raider. First strike. At the end of combat on your turn, if you attacked this turn, create a junk token for each opponent you attacked. Whenever you sacrifice a junk, add red. It's pretty good. Come on. Go to bed, I guess. Okay. Good night, honey. I love you very much. It's not wanting to read Thrillkill Disciple. Which is 2 and a red for a 3/2. Squad, 1 and discard a card. When Thrillkill Disciple dies, create a junk token. So, that's pretty good. No. How did you even... There we go. Wild Wasteland. Skip your draw step. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. That's fun. If you had to compare the mods here to Fallout characters, oh, that's tough. That's real tough. Boomer Scrapper. Enters the battlefield or attack, you lose 1 life and create a junk token. Whenever a token you control leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Not bad. Come on. There we go. Colonel Augustus Autumn. 1 white-black for a 2/3 with lifelink and exploit. When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. Other legendary creatures you control have exploit. When it exploits when a creature you control exploits, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Fun. I have no idea on how to compare the people here to the characters. I don't know. Desdemona, the leader of the railroad. Where Desdemona Freedom's Edge attacks. Target creature card in your graveyard that has mana value 3 or less gains escape until end of turn. The escape cost is equal to its mana cost plus exile 2 other cards from your graveyard. That's not bad. So you can bring stuff back. That's fun. Elder Arthur Maxon. Someone probably random, maybe Ellie. I don't know. I'll be honest, Vi, I kind of wanted to throw you at Veronica from New Vegas. Control have training. Whenever a creature token you control attacks with another creature with greater power, put a +1/+1 counter on that token. Wish I had immaculate enough vibes to be 3-dog. Kellogg. Lord. I got the paladin, or the scribe from New Vegas. Funky little lesbian. She's real great. Played by Felicia Day. Veronica was the Brotherhood scribe with the Power Fist. Yep. Dangerous Mind. 1 black, red, first strike haste. Never attacks, create a treasure. Sacrifice 5 treasures. Gain control of target creature for as long as you control Kellogg. It's pretty good. McCready! McCready! I like that they brought him in as a kid. Every creature you control with power 2 or less attack and it gains Skulk until end of turn. Or creature or power 4 or greater attacks you. Its controller loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Fun. No, stop it. It's not Junk Jet. It hasn't been Junk Jet. It's not going to be Junk Jet until the next deck. Come on. Oh, the Nipton lottery is, what are you using to scan the cards? Yet another magic card recognizer. The one that I was using originally doesn't work for newer sets, unfortunately. But yeah, it's still a work in progress. No. 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 Come on. Nope. The Nipton Lottery. 2 black, red. Choose a creature at random. You gain control of that creature until end of turn. Untap it. It gains haste until end of turn, then destroy all other creatures. Just pretty nutso. No. There we go. Paladin Elizabeth Taggarty. She and 2 other creatures attack, draw a card. You put a creature card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking, where X is Paladin Taggarty's power. Okay. Vault 11, Voter's Dilemma. For each opponent, you create a 1/1 white human soldier token. Each player secretly votes for up to 1 creature, then those votes are revealed. If no creature got votes, each player draws a card. Otherwise, destroy each creature with the most votes or tied for the most votes. Fun. Eddie! Love Eddie. 3-drop for 2/1 with flying. Whenever you attack, if the number of attacking creatures is greater than the number of quest counters on Eddie, put a quest counter on it. 2, sack it, draw a card, then draw an additional card for each quest counter. Nice. No. Desolate Mire, which looks to be in 76. Show white powder and pollute water sources. Diamond City! Battlefield with a shield token on it. Move a shield token from Diamond City onto target creature. Activate it only if 2 or more creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Fine. Captain of the Watch. Other soldiers you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. Someone called me. Hi, Diamond. Captain of the Watch enters the battlefield. Create 3 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Entrapment maneuver. Every squad of Deathclaw hunters has a role for the newbies. Bait. Target player sacrifices an attacking creature. You create X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens, where X is that creature's toughness. Hour of Reckoning. So 4 white. Destroy all non-token creatures. But it's got Convoke, so each creature you tap while casting this pays for 1 or 1 mana of that creature's color. Getting past those guys. Bait. Live bait. Yep. Beginning of each opponent end step, if that player controls more creatures than you, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. If that player controls more lands than you may search your library for a basic plains card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle. It's pretty good. Marshal's Anthem. Multi-kicker. Creatures you control get +1/+1. When it enters the battlefield, return up to X target creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the number of times it was kicked. Okay. I do. Dress and Drag and do the hula. Martial Coup. This happens in New Vegas. Create X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. If X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. Come on. There it is. X and a white. Create X 1/1 white warrior creature tokens. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Really like the artwork they made for these decks. Magic always gets the art right. Every time. No bad art. Black Market. Whenever a creature dies, put a charge counter on Black Market. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, add black for each charge counter on Black Market. Nice. Come on. You can do it. Lethal Scheme. There we go. 2 black with Convoke. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Each creature that convoked Lethal Scheme connives. So you draw a card, then discard a card, and if you discard a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. That's pretty good. No. Game was rigged from the start. I'm surprised Benny didn't get a card. Now I'm actually going to bed. Go to bed, honey. Come on. Bye, I love you. Bye, I love you, honey. Stolen Strategy, which is about hacking. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of each opponent's library. Until end of turn, you may cast spells from among those exiled cards. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those cards. Cast those spells. Just fantastic. Better I unleash the Garys. Anguished Unmaking. Exile target non-land permanent. You lose 3 life. Yup. Yup, I remember when that happened. We haven't gotten there yet in 3. Assemble the Legion, which is 3 red, white. Maybe it's going to scan? There we go. 3 red, white. Beginning of your upkeep, put a muster counter on Assemble the Legion, then create a 1/1 red and white soldier creature token with haste for each muster counter on Assemble the Legion. That's mean. With the Robo Shopkeep from Good Neighbor. Cleo? Yeah. No. Fervent Charge, we were there. We had it. No, we had it. Yep. Whenever a creature you control attacks, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. That's pretty mean. Ruinous Ultimatum. Red, red, white, 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 black, black. Destroy all non-land permanents your opponents control. So just wipe the board. Beautiful amount of case sacks. Hey, we got a Joshua Graham mention. That's something. Canyon Slough. Clifftop Retreat. Come on. There we go. Oh, you were just there. Come on. There we go. Dragonskull Summit. Poseidon Offshore Oil Rig became one of the Enclave's mightiest fortresses and eventually the site of their greatest defeat. Yeah, that's the end of Fallout 2, I think. Isolated Chapel, which is the same card but with white instead of red. It was just there. Shadowblood Ridge. Oh, this card. Even worse, the only toilet paper was locked in a nearby safe. Temple of Malice. Saugus Ironworks. Fun times. Jackson. Why do I feel like that's Point Lookout? Yep, that's Point Lookout, all right. Temple of Triumph. All matches continue until one side is dead. No exceptions. Windbrisk Heights. Looks like it's in Boston. Hideaway 4, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Exile 1 face down and put the rest on the bottom in random order. There's battlefield tapped. Tap, add white. White and tap. You may play the exile card without paying its mana cost if you attacked with 3 or more creatures this turn. It's pretty good. Myriad Landscape. Nomad Outpost, which is the fort. Caesar's Legion's base of operations. Path of Ancestry. Doesn't like Tainted Field. Tainted Peak. Which is from 76, I think. Terramorphic Expanse. Play. Go. Then Plains. And the isometric one. The Top of the World, that's what this is called. The Top of the World Diner in Nuka World. Okay, we've seen the robot. There's a new treasure token, which is NCR money. No. Junk copy. Okay. So, Human Soldier, an NCR Trooper. Soldier. Looks like a member of the Minutemen. Red White Soldier with haste. Legionnaire. Food. And he's awesome looking, right? Warrior. And that's all she wrote for that deck. Again, beautiful artwork. It always is. Okay. Last but not least, the Dogmeat deck. Look at that good boy. I would like to see the pupper. Okay. Alright. So let's pop this box. He has the goggles and bandana. I know! It's so cute. Alright. Let's begin. Dog meat. When dog meat enters the battlefield, mill 5 cards and return an aura or equipment card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever a creature you control that's attacked or enchanted or equipped attacks, create a junk token. It's pretty good. Another settlement needs your help. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a green aura enchantment token named Settlement attached to up to one target land you control. It has enchant land, and enchanted land has tap, add 1 mana of any color. Whenever Preston Garvey Minuteman attacks, untap each enchanted permanent you control. Pretty good. Brotherhood Outcast. Enter the battlefield, choose 1, return target aura or equipment card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a shield counter on target creature. Yeah, they made the meme a mechanic. They do that. It's sweet. Commander Sophia Daguerre. Flash and crash landing. Whenever it enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target legendary permanent. That permanent's controller creates a junk token. I don't think you could make Preston's card and not throw in that meme. It's true. Acquired mutation. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. It attacks each combat if able and attacks a player other than you if able. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, defending player gets 2 rad tokens. 2 rad counters. More love went into this card set than Bethesda put into 76. Yelp. Crimson Caravaneer. Crimson Caravaner. Caravaneer. Double strike and trample, that's pretty good. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create a junk token. Fun. Ian the Reckless. Is Ian from... Which one's Ian from? Fallout. Just original Fallout. Okay. No. No, he's from straight up original Fallout. Come on. You can scan. No, you can do it. No, you can do it. Come on. There. We had it. We had it there for a second. There we go. 4 and a green for a 2/5 with vigilance. Tap, add an amount of green equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Sacrifice it, you gain life equal to the greatest toughness among other creatures you control. It's pretty good. Really wants the junk jet. It really does. Break down. Break down, break down. Old human junk. Worst kind of human junk. Come on. There we go. Gunner conscript. 1 and a green for a 2/2 with trample. Gets +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it. If it was enchanted or equipped when it dies, create a junk token. Pretty good. Super Mutant Scavenger. He's just stealing a Nuka-Cola machine. Uses a battlefield or dies, return 1 aura or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Pretty good. Well rested. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature becomes untapped, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, then you gain 2 life and draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. That's pretty good. Come on. Oh, the agility bobblehead doesn't want to scan. Well, anyway, its effect is 3 and tap. Up to X target creatures you control gain haste until end of turn, and can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. And Perception bobblehead. The top X cards of your library, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control. You may cast a spell with mana value 3 or less from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom in random order. The Silver Shroud! Battlefield. Attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains Shroud until end of turn. Equipped creature can't be blocked. It's pretty good. It's really good, in fact. All the glitters. Sooner or later, the house always wins. No. Yeah, Path to Exile. That's a reference to, I think, the end of 1. Who commands it can't be dismissed. This stuffed monkey is fucking pissed. Valorous Stance, which looks like it's Preston again. Choose one. Target creature gains indestructible until end of turn, or destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. Might also be Veronica. It could be Veronica. Let's see the reflection of the clone helmet, man. No. Sticky fingers. Enchanted creature has menace, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. An enchanted creature dies, draw a card. No. Abundant growth. Come on. There you go. Peanut. Peanut, come here. Come here. You had to pick the most circuitous route. Okay, come here. Put. Sit. Okay. Fertile Ground. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 1 mana of any color. This one. Rancor. Rancorous Ruth, Malefic Maud, and Irate Ida form the core of Maud's Muggers, Freeside's most terrifying villains. 3 old ladies who will beat you to death with rolling pins. Fantastic. Squirrel Nest. Enchanted land has tap, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. Killer Granny Murder Hobos. Yup. They're part of the Wild Wasteland Park in New Vegas. Wild Growth. When enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional green. No. Behemoth Sledge. Come on. Come on. No. There we go. No. Damn it. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has trample and lifelink. That's real good. Super Sledge. And it's the old style of Super Sledge too, which is great. Because I never liked the new style with like the rocket on the sledgehammer. I didn't like that. Arcane Signet. Again, it's a commander staple. No. 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 Come on, this is a really cool card. There we go. When you cast a spell, copy it. Equipped creature has double strike, which means it attacks. It gets first strike and regular attack, as long as 2 or more equipment are attached to it. Which is really good. Constantly turning like that. That's weird. Explorer's Scope, which is whenever equipped creature attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. Fire Shrieker, there we go. The Flamethrower, which it's using 4's Flamethrower. Peanut, come here. Peanut, come here. Don't jump down. Soul Ring, which we've seen. Junk Jet is in this deck, so we'll see it properly eventually. Codsworth, Handy Helper. Come here. Peanut, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No, come here. Come here. Peanut. I'm trying to pick you up. Come here. Idolized. Okay, come here. This creature attacks alone, it gets +X/+X. Peanut. Peanut, you're silly. Peanut. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come on. Pre-war formal wear. Arrange the battlefield. Return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield and attach pre-war formal wear to it. Gets +2/+2 and has vigilance. Not bad. No. There we go. Vault 101. Birthday party. They did such a good job with this. Create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token and a food token. Officer Gomez and the sweet roll. You may put an aura equipment card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. If an equipment is put on the battlefield this way, you may attach it to a creature you control. Duchess Wayward Tavern Keep. Creature you control deals damage to a combat damage. Do we get Vault 111 yet? No, I don't think we are. Remove a quest counter from a permanent you control. Create a junk token. Grim Reaper's Sprint. Morbid. This spell costs 3 less to cast if a creature dies this turn. Enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, untap each creature you control. If it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has haste. There's the junk jet. Here's the battlefield. Create a junk token. 3. Sacrifice another artifact. Double equipped creature's power until end of turn. It's pretty good. Hey, it's a card for Quinn. Megaton's Fate. Choose one. Disarm. Destroy target artifact. Create 4 treasure tokens. Or Detonate. Deals 8 damage to each creature. Each player gets 4 rad counters. We'll never forget Megaton. It's true. Vault 21. Which was a vault that Mr. House ended up taking control of because everything was decided by games of chance. Discard a card, then draw a card. Discard a card, then draw a card. Reveal up to 5 non-land cards from your hand. For each of those cards that has the same mana value as another card revealed this way. Create a treasure token. That's pretty good. So you can essentially play a little hand of poker. Veronica, Dissident Scribe. 3/3 with Menace for 3. Nice. Whenever she attacks, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Whenever you discard 1 or more non-land cards for the first time each turn, create a junk token. Oh, hey, at me. Yup. Animal Friend. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature attacks, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. Put a 1/1 counter on +1/+1 counter on that token for each Arn equipment attached to this creature other than Animal Friend. That's mean. No. Almost perfect. Enchanted creature has base power and toughness 9 and 9, 10, and has indestructible. Nice. An incomplete suit of power armor is still a suit of power armor. Strong back. Equip abilities. You activate the target enchanted creature costs 3 less. Any spell you cast that targets enchanted creature costs 3 less. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. Nice. Come on. There we go. Armory Paladin. 3-drop for a 3/3 with trample. Whenever you cast an aura or equipment spell, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until the end of your next turn. Very nice. Later, Bronco. Hey, here's Kate. As long as it's your turn, Kate has indestructible. Whenever Kate attacks you and defending player, each draw a card, then discard a card. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on Kate if you discarded the card with the highest mana value among those cards or tied for highest. No. There we go. Cast Hand of Vengeance. Whenever cast or another creature you control dies, if it was enchanted or equipped, return any number of aura cards that were attached to it from your graveyard to the battlefield. And made her legendary, yep. Attached to target creature. So the legendary rule, Vi, means that only one of that creature, like with that name, can exist on the field, on your side of the field at a time. Legendary creatures can be commanders. And they see a lot of play in commander formats, especially inventory management. Split second, as long as it's on the stack. Players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. For each aura and equipment you control, you may attach it to a creature you control. Makes sense for the companions. Yep. Please scan. Yay! Moira! And Moira enters the battlefield. Create a colorless equipment artifact named Wasteland Survival Guide. With equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each quest counter among permanents you control and equip 1. Whenever you attack, put a quest counter on target non-land permanent you control. Three dog. Bow wow. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2 and sacrifice an aura attached to 3 dog. When you sacrifice an aura this way, for each other attacking creature you control, create a token that's a copy of that aura attached to that creature. You listen to Galaxy News Radio, bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. Fantastic. Mr. Gutsy! Whenever you cast an aura or equipment spell, put a +1/+1 on Mr. Gutsy. When he dies, create X junk tokens where X is the number of counters on it. Nice. The Pit Boy. Do you comply? Whenever equipped creature attacks, choose 1. Sort inventory. Draw a card and then discard a card. Pick a perk. Put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Check map. Untap up to 2 target lands. That's real good. Junktown. 4 to red. Tap. Sack it. Create 3 junk tokens. Sun-scorched divide. The divide they came, and the divide they rest. Finished the writing assignment for my potential job, but I'm still having flashbacks about being in my undergrad broadcasting class and currently had to create a new script. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Diamond. Enchant creature you control when Mantle of the Ancients enters the battlefield. Return any number of target aura or equipment cards that could be attached to enchanted creature from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it. Okay. Pure Steel Paladin. Whenever an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. Equip you control have equipped 0 as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. Pretty good. Single combat, which has Kate in it. Each player chooses a creature or planeswalker they control, then sacrifices the rest. Players can't cast creature or planeswalker spells until the end of your next turn. Come on. Blasphemous Act. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Blasphemous Act deals 13 damage to each creature. Everyone knew the bombs were coming. Everyone but the public. Come on. What's the Blue Eyes White Dragon of this deck? Dog meat. No. There we go. Chaos Warp. Owner of target permanent shuffles it into their library, then reveals the top card of their library. If it's a permanent card, they put it on the battlefield. No one knew what the Zetans wanted, but whatever it was, it involved cattle. Everyone in the public is such a raw and real line. It's real good. Heroic Intervention. Hi, Nick. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Another beautiful day in the most dangerous place in the world. We were just there. Come on. Head to bed now. Good night, Slim. Basilisk Collar. Equipped creature has Death Touch and Lifelink. That's pretty good. Death Touch being any amount of damage it deals is enough to kill a creature. Lifelink being any amount of damage it does, you gain that much life. Bloodforged Battle Axe. Grognak's Axe. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. When a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of it. Of the axe. Man. Champion's Helm. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. As long as it's legendary, it has hexproof. Nice. No. Come on. Masterwork of Ingenuity. Have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any equipment on the battlefield. That's fine. Canopy Vista. Before the war, people came here to enjoy the view. Now the only visitors are the birds who call harshly from the twisted trees. Come on. No. Come on. That's not even remotely close. Okay. That's fine. Clifftop retreat. We'll be menaces in the wasteland. Yep. Good thing you're on my side. Exotic Orchard. Mossfire Valley, which is the pit. Scan. You son of a bitch. Rootbound Crag, which is from 76, looks like. No. Fruit and Ravenous Scorch Beasts. The Goodsprings General Store. Tap Sacrifice the Desert. Exile all graveyards. Man, that is mean. Sheltered Thicket. It's a great spot. Traders run close enough for easy pickings, but not so close that we end up skinned. Sungrass Prairie. Oh. Just for a moment, the wind is moving gently through the trees, the barometer grazing beneath the blue sky, and everything is at peace. No. No, you just had it. Come on. Sunpetal Grove. Come on. There we go. Sunpetal Grove enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a forest or plains. Yep. A faction or very organized raider gang. I would hope a faction. It's Dinky! And the world's second largest thermometer, courtesy of Novak. I love that there's a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man in the picture. Pre-owned, pre-rusted, pre-irradiated. Do we get good benefits from this faction? Not dying. Swiftfoot Boots. Ah. Equipped creature has hexproof and haste. Don't need breaks. I usually find that if something stops me, it's interesting enough to stop for. Ash Barrens. Not dying. Food, shelter, and robots. Yup. Ruin. Command Tower. Following Wilds. So do we have a union representative? Oh Lord. Jungle Shrine. Sanctuary Hills. Yes, Peanut. Yep, you're the union rep. Path of Ancestry. Roadside Reliquary, which looks like the 188 trading post. Alright, I'm satisfied. Rogue's Passage, which is Railroad HQ. Sanctuary Hills looks a lot more put together than it did in game. Yep. Temple of the False God. Terramorphic Expanse. Okay, Peanut. I need to put you. Can you hold? Hold position. Nope. No. Don't jumpy down. Don't jumpy down. No, stay here. Oh well, we've already seen that multiple times. Peanut. It's the Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl with the deck. Dogmeat and Preston Garvey. Peanut, come here. Come here, Peanut. Oh, God. Squirrel. Peanut. That's definitely Sanctuary Hills. Is that area on the Forest card with Dogmeat and the Soul Survivor? I saw the big tree and was kind of confused. I don't know. I'm not sure that was the Soul Survivor. There's a nice food. Nuka-Cola. There's a Wasteland Survival Guide. Little scan. Yeah, I'm just too inside my own bias. Hey, you're fine. And then the rad counters. Alright, that's all the decks. Now, it's time for the collector boosters, or the collector booster and then the sample pack collector boosters that we've got here. Because you get a 2-card collector booster sample with each deck. And then we have a full-on collector booster here, courtesy of Kyra. I'm glad Sarah Lyons made the cover. That makes me really happy. Peanut, why do you keep going in and out of the room? You just keep going in and out, in and out, in and out. I can't be holding you the whole time. Alright, let's see what we got. Token. Nice full art Battle of Hoover Dam. Full art Biomass Mutation. Full art Rampaging Yao Guai. Full art Scavenger Grounds. No, Scavenger Grounds. Come on. Okay, come here. No, now you have to stay. You can't be in my arm. You can't be in my. You can't just do this, Peanut. Full art Elder Arthur Maxson. Full art Black Market. I'm expecting the really good stuff will be in the the full collector's booster. Excuse me, this house, I do what I want, and I want pizza. Another rampaging Yao Guai. And a Temple of Malady. There we go. Alright. Time to crack open this big booper. Peanut. Man, look at that. Lenticular. Man. You're really stuck in there. Alright. Let's see what goodies we get. Ooh. So a foil, Wasteland Survival Guide, and Energy Reserve. So that's fun. Now, foil Swamp, foil Sean. Feel free to boo. Sister's puppy was out of the room running around the house. My room's door wasn't closed all the way, and he jumped up scratching at the door, managed to push it open a little. Oh. Foil, come on, Pitiless Plunderer. Oh, boo, foil covered boo. Foil Sticky Fingers. We got some goodies in this pack. Foil Synth Eradicator. Ash Barrens. Super cool. Full Art Powder Ganger. Powder Ganger. Full Art Sunken Hollow. Foil Yes Man. Full Art. Foil Full Art Secure the Wastes. Come on. You can do it. Yeah. Foil Full Art Duchess Wayward Tavern Keep. Foil Panharmonicon. Foil Full Art Mutational Advantage. Crucible of Worlds, which is the Gek. And then that same card, but in foil, which is a lucky get. I'm curious now. Let's see. I feel like Crucible of Worlds is a money card. Let me take a look. Crucible of Worlds. Well, it's normally an $18 card, so $20 card, okay. $40 card. Hot damn. Those are nice. Let's see, Panharmonicon. I feel like Panharmonicon is probably $10-13. $5. That's not bad. Still though, like it's not a bad haul. A couple months, let's see if I can go 40 to a little bit over 1,000. Boy, wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, I guess that's all she wrote. Thank you all for tuning into this and putting up with technical difficulties out the wazoo. This was fun. I'm glad. I've been worried a lot about this stream. So, anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Next stream will be Saturday. I don't know what it'll be. We'll figure it out. Good night, Ben. It was fun going through this pack journey. Now say goodnight, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. Peanut, you just went over there to fall asleep, didn't you? Yes. I'm sleeping. Snore, snore, snore. Snore, snore, snore.